Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Monday, May 15th. Can you believe it? 7:30 here on the West Coast. Yep. And yeah, just cruising along this morning. Snarly's out there. How you doing, Snarly? Good morning to Snowplow King. Rather, now his name is the Walleye King. Oh, and he's a Zooper. Yeah, maybe one too many Bud Lights. Couldn't spell super. You Zooper. Yeah, I think so. One too many Bud Lights last night or the other night, whenever he made the new name. Good morning to you, Susan. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, 42 at work safely again. That's great. Good morning, Rocket Bob. 76. Good morning, Niner. Good morning, Quake Cat. Good morning, Canuck. Good morning, Croatian Dude. Good morning, Denise in the UK. Good morning to Brainstorm Morning, King of Snarls, and Ramblin' Wreck 2718. And all the other ones, probably bots that we might need to kill. But I'm going to do, as of today, I'm going to do a moratorium on all bots. We're going to let the bots fly. So we're not going to kill any bots for 1 month. So if you're a bot, make sure you sign up and listen to us and see what happens. And you may like us. You never know. But if you're just a bot that wants to sell something, sell it somewhere else. But yeah, we're going to do a moratorium. May 15th to June 15th. No bot killing. We'll see how many bots we attain. How's that? Yeah, because I know a lot of other channels, and oh my God, they're just riddled with bots. Yeah, and so we're gonna sit back and watch, because I don't really think they want to come here, or we've just killed most of them. I don't know. There's like a lot of them. There's a ton of bots. And last count that I had, let me see, how many bots were there? The bot thing died out 420. Can you believe it? Oh yeah. Yeah. There's an update on that. There's well, over 1,000 bots. Yeah. Um. mm, da, 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 well, yeah. On April 3rd, Twitch shut down the TMI chatters endpoint. And so the list that we were using is broken. It's a little bit tricky to work with now. Yeah. And the guy who created, he's trying to revive it. So long story short, the tool is back for now. Yay. Yeah. Yeah, it was I think because they realized that we were killing bots based on that. They didn't like it. Twitchy didn't. Yeah. And they shook their tail feathers and turned the thing off. And, well, I guess, and messages across. Yeah, everybody wants this darn tool. Well, it's working now, but it doesn't get really updated. I think it's just the list. And I mean, it's still connect. Yeah, it's still working. So, the bot program still works. So as long as it still works, then we'll still monitor it. Why is that important? Well, um, the bots are, see, when you sign up for Twitch, you get assigned a bot right away. It's kind of like your guardian angel, right? But not. You are assigned a bot, and they track everything you do. They track you if you're, you know, looking at the girls in the pools. They track you if you go to the music. They track you which games you watch or which channels you frequent and where you came from and where you're going to. They bot you down and make sure that you're controlled. You'll get ads, that fit your description. They'll read your mail, so to speak. They'll read your if you've been naughty or nice. And sometimes people have 3 and 4 and 5 bots. So when somebody new comes over to the channel and they're not aware of this, they haven't cleared their cookies or they did something, they bring with them bots. So just to know, hey, Red Wagon, how good morning. So, but we're going to put a moratorium on killing bots for till June 15th. We'll see how many we acquire, because then we'll kill them all. Yeah. So just a heads up. Don't be a bot. Yeah. Anyway. How was your weekend, everybody? I hope it was fantastic. Looks like magnometers are getting busy. East-west magnetic field vector in the UK. Weak impacts. Geometric unrest. Geometric storm, G2. On the 6th. On the 7th was a weak impact. On the 8th, geometric unrest. On the 10th, another weak impact. On the 12th, another weak impact. And on the 13th, another weak impact. By what? Coronal mass ejections from the sun. That's right. The sun released multiple minor CMEs over the past week. Their geometric effect was generally weak, but nevertheless sufficient to be detected on the magnometer. Yeah, baby. Yeah. And, yeah. So, G2, G3 stuff, And, let's see. The sun hurled so many CMEs into space that there was scarcely a day that that no CME hit us. So it was like, bang, we were getting pummeled. And I was out over the weekend. I was out and about, and I could tell, man, the sun's a little brighter than normal. So I was like, hey. But over the last 24 hours, we've been super quiet. And let me see here. I'm going to go over to this one and see if there's anything coming at us. What Noah says, Noah. You're right. Yeah, the last impact already went through. So I don't see anything, coming at us right at the moment. I think we're in a lull. I think the big monster might have went around the corner. Yeah. So, hey. Solar wind right now is 457 kilometers a second. Proton density is at 6 3/4. We've had a C2 and a C3 flare over the last 24 hours. And let me see here. Yeah, it's calmed down since the 13th. Yeah, we are. The KP index is less than 1. That's how calm we are right now. Is it the calm before the storm? Should I promote fear like everybody else does? Should I make you afraid that the incoming CME will take out your computers? Not likely. Yeah, just there's not really a coronal hole to create more wind for us. There is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sunspots. There is one sunspot that's a little bit wonky, and it's facing right at us. I'll show you real quick. I'll show you this one real quick. 3305 right here in the middle. Yeah, that one's a little bit wonky. It's like it doesn't know what it wants to do. It's in and out of its deal. So stability, I should say. Yeah, there's oh my gosh. I played a couple of videos over the weekend, and my mind is still stuck on one of them, and another actually. And then now I see from Susan this morning, she played something. Yeah, the you know what happens when you stick a triangle in the middle, and then you spin the triangle. What kind of shape is that? So really, you're not seeing triangles. You're seeing something else. You're only seeing a moment in time. And that moment in time is what you term as triangle. Yeah, think about that one for a minute. Yeah, you got to get outside of time, baby. Because there is no triangles. There's only circles. Ask Euclid, man. It's not my saying. It's Euclid's, right? Class M chance is about 15%. Class X is 1. Hey, good morning, Eagles. Nice to see you. Red, of course. Always a pleasure. Mid-latitudes activity, solar geometric storm activity, about 20%. And 15% for higher latitudes. There's 2,316 potentially hazardous asteroids out there. It's a potentiality. Should I talk about all the potentialities? Today being the 15th, we have one rock that's basically 36 feet across, screaming through space at 7.3 kilometers a second, but it's 6 distances of the moon, Earth to the moon away, 6.5 to be exact. Yeah. And SpaceX launched 56 more demons into the sky. Why do I say demons? What's his main rocket launcher called? Yeah, Dragon. Yeah. The Dragon takes a third of the angels with him. Oh. It's angels. Yeah. Starlink satellites. Yeah, so many people are making a big stink about that. But hey, if it's real, it's real. If it's not, hey, you were informed. That's what we try to do. We try to inform you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know. It's okay, big boy. Let's check out the solar wind right here. Solar wind's, pushing on us. We got a little bit of a pressure, dynamic pressure. If a solar wind upwards of 5, protons stay around the same. Standoff distance between 10 and 15. So it's not a whole lot what's going on. Let's check out LASCO. See if we see anything happening. Here's the LASCO 2, LASCO 3. Yeah. This is more focused on the disk, and this one's further away. Let's see if we see any junk flying at us. There's a little something. Yeah. Oh, 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 this, there might be something coming around. So let's go ahead and go to stereo. Yeah, there might be a bright spot coming around the corner. So, dun, 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 dun. Today being the 15th, so let's go 14. Yep. Search. Yeah, something's burning up down here. Something up here and down here. This is the 15th. Yeah, I think it's getting ready to let loose one. A little small one right now that might be going away from us. We don't really know. That's probably the sunspot that was kicking our tail last week and the week before. And they've been expecting a big one to come around this week. So maybe that's what's going on down here or up here. Yeah. All right, so let's check this one out here. There's a I'm just looking for something I thought I saw. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Yeah. See all kind of stuff flying through space. A long, streaky one there, eh? It's the first time I said it today, baby. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're okay. I just think we're okay, baby. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything. We got scientist FEMA. What is a coronal mass ejection? And then space weather. Educational video. Yeah. Good stuff. Right. Let's look at the tremors. So let's go back a few days here. This is on the 12th, which should be what, Friday. 6 of them Saturday, or this is Friday. With nothing. And yesterday. Yesterday had a few. Right in here. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Yeah. Just a few. How about the buoys? Do we have any drunk Chinaman out there today? My cat talking to the cat outside. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. No buoys a bouncing. Yeah. Except for that darn drug addict. Busy as all get up all night long, man. I've been awake since 2 o'clock this morning. Here it is. Almost 8 o'clock. Jeez. Let's see. What else do we have? Yellowstone. Let's take a little quick at Yellowstone. Yeah, Yellowstone's pretty quiet. I'm not seeing anything in Yellowstone right now. You know, little bumper right there. Yeah. Maple Creek. A couple little bing, 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 bings. Should happen with the melting snow and, little West Thumb. Little earthquake down here. Well, you didn't see it. Oh, well. Sorry. Sucker. Yeah. Volcano news. Volcano news. Let's try to get into the weekend. Um, there has been some activity. People are all, well, some people, they make a big deal out of it and blowing up. Krakatoa, that's what was happening over the weekend. Yes, sir. Krakatoa popping away, shooting up in the air. Remember how we all had those bunch of earthquakes in the strait there, in the Sunda Strait? Yeah. Um, yeah. Um, um, yeah, yes, sir. They're uh, Canuck. Now you know why. Hmm. Hmm. Well, whatever. So, as I drank some coffee, kick me up in the morning a little bit more. All right, so we're going to stop right about here. Wait, we got one more. What day is this one? May 12th. So that's a Friday. So let's go back to Saturday and see what's happening on Saturday. All right, so Saturday's news was Fuego, Popo, Krakatoa, Dacono, and Reventador. Yeah. So Suno Zajima, it wasn't even on the list. Suno Zajima popped to 6,000 feet. It's a 2,700 foot mountain island. Krakatoa, boom, series of proxims continue. Watching that thing squirt up in the air. Yep. Popo, ongoing to it, emissions to 22,000. That's, semi strong, but it's a 17.8 thereabouts. What's it? 17.8, yeah. So 17.8 popping to 22. So do the math. That's how far the ashes were up in the air, and so you don't want to fly into those because they'll destroy your plane, and you'll go boom boom. Semenkaya volcano down there around the armpit of South America. It's a 19,000 foot mountain. We're going to 24 on this one. Yeah, 19.5. It's going to 24,000. Again, a fair pop of emissions. Tsuno Zajima, again, 6,000. Remember, we've had a lot of activity down here, not on this side where these islands are. I'll show you. Ba-ding. Over the weekend, we seen some series of fives crashing over the bottom part of Japan. And I was looking for a semblance of order. And plate tectonics. And you can see, here's a plate. This here is, a transform, right? You can see the series of fives. Now I stopped doing it like in the afternoon, plotting these. But way up by Tokyo. So there's a lot of pressure going into Tokyo. But also down here, there's Kishoshima, Suwanozajima right here. So if you count these little islands, here's the big one. Look for the baby Ruth bar in the pool. Find the big one and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the fourth one down, or it's the sixth straight down the line. Not the two outer ones though. All right. Yeah. But anyway, so that's active down here, and you can see the subducted zone, right? Plate boundary comes right by all these islands, and it's within 150 miles. Also, this swarm here, right up here, we go, It's up 628 miles to Tsunozajima, right? But Sakurajima has been busy too. It's 524 miles. Well, that's a little bit far for them to do. But to Tokyo, 150 miles. That's within the zone of terribleness. And Mount Fuji's right here within 138 miles. You see, there's a plate boundary that shoots off like that. And on this, they don't have it. It shoots off here and then shoots up to here. And then it shoots, over there. So, my brick is hurting me. So, that's the direction that these bunch of fives, man, there was 12 the last I counted. And, yeah, that's why I'm watching the Japan channel here. If you don't have this Japan channel, let me give this to you because it's live. In case you all want it. Bunch of ones and a couple of twos. This is not the only Japan channel that I have. I have another one. Tool here. This one. Yeah. This is the other Japan channel. All right. They'll tell you the earthquakes were happening. This is happening down there by Tsunozajima. Yeah. The earthquake right off the coast. Previous earthquakes you can go and look up. Right. Now we've had this area real busy before. Both sides. I think that was the last 6 that Japan had was right up in here. And you go previous again, down there by the islands again. Oh, but these are small. I mean, this was a 2.6 and a 3.5, right? On the backside, again, going up that other side of Japan. And then here's another one out there where I think that was the last 6 actually, right here on the thumb. Or the tail feathers of Japan, actually. Yeah. And because that's still busy. I mean, there's another one, right? And there's one out by Okinawa. And then back to the thumb. And then way up Hokkaido, north of Hokkaido, right? Where the Russians took that island. What? Their World War II and never gave it back. Yeah, they want to control Japan. Then over by Tsunozajima. Sorry. And then again, a smallie up in Hokkaido, moving on up that plate boundary. And then right out here is a 5.2 that happened on today. Wow, so there's another 5. All right. I didn't know that one. But that's the ones that are right in front of Tokyo. 130 to 150 miles from Tokyo, downtown. And a little bit shorter to Mount Fuji. And Mount Fuji is not active at the moment, but it does get active if this area gets active. Historical evidence shows that. So, what are you saying? I don't know. Not a whole lot. We're watching Japan. Japan's on watch right now. Tokyo is on watch right now. We expect something to hit Tokyo relatively soon. Over the past, 6 or 8 months, Tokyo's been hit. A couple of smallies. Maybe 4s. And I'm going, I think Tokyo might get slammed. Now I got a bunch of 5s just short of Tokyo. And yeah. So being aware of that is always good. So, That's why we watch what's going on, and we watch from deck. Also, she's gonna put a commercial on. Yeah. East Java got a little bump. Nothing real big right now. So in the volcano nose, Suno-Zajima, Sebencaya, Naval del Ruiz down there in Colombia. It's 21,000, it's 17,000 foot mountain, and you can see 17.4. That area has been rocking and rolling. On even on the USGS, they've showed. Here's Colombia, 4.6. That happened yesterday. Now that's not the only 4.6 or a larger earthquake that hit in the last few days. I'll just go all magnitudes here. You can see Bogota rang out at a 4.8, and then just over here 4.6. So we have strong fours moving through Colombia right now, and they trend. One's kind of coming out of here maybe and down, and they also trend out coming out here to a 4.9. Venezuela happened on the 11th. Oh, but looky here, the Bahamas, 4.2, that just came in yesterday. And I think with both Canuck and myself, we're always watching what's happening out here, right? Here's Kingstown. Here's La Soufrière. Yeah, right? Do you remember that thing popping off? Yeah. So this area is known to go off, and we've got a lot of activity up here in the Puerto Rico, off the coast of Puerto Rico with the DR, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the British Virgin Islands as well. So it's interesting to see what's going on up here and how this is playing down here, up and around the plate of the Caribbean plate. You can see even Nicaragua had a 4.6. Then off the Cocos Ridge here, 4.2 off Central America. Panama's been rocking and rolling too, moving a little bit. Guatemala, where Fuego is, Santa Maria has been busy. Nicaragua offshore has been busy. Even Honduras has been a little bit busy, and so has been Costa Rica. Although USGS doesn't show these things very well, this is the 7-day, 2 and above. I don't know what their problem is. Even in Navidades, Mexico had a 3.2, which is pretty close to Mexico City. If not, it's in the city, right? Navidades. Yeah, Navidades. Yeah, I think Popo is right here. So that earthquake is in downtown, and it's only a 3.2, but I'll tell you, they felt it. Yes, they did. They felt it. Anyway, they dealt it. They felt it, right? Cotopaxi, not detecting over there in Ecuador. Fuego, they didn't see it because of the fog or last night, but 7,000 feet out of Krakatoa. Now the highest peak in Krakatoa is like 2,000 something, but it's erupting right now, and it's 189 meters. Okay, and so Caribbean like having big quakes in conjunction with big PNWs. Yeah, I think they also like big quakes when they're in excuse me. apologize. The leak specialist is coming, I hope. Yeah. So Krakatoa, that's the big deal right now. Why? Because of all the activity that was coming into the Sunda Strait last week. It hasn't stopped. Krakatoa's still been busy for some time, but it just is a little bit more busy now, right? So Krakatoa popping away. Dacono over there in Halmahera went to 7,000. Now Dacono, I think, is what, 38? Yeah, 3,800 feet. That's over there in Halmahera. And if we went down here, right, come down a little bit more, right down here. So Dacono's right there, right? And Ibu is over here. Both of these are super busy. Why? Look at the plate boundary right here. Yeah, that's a subduction zone. Here's another one, right? Here's another one, right? So it's the Philippine plate, and it tends to appear that when activity's down here, off of West Papua, it comes in here. If it's down here, it or down here, it can go this way and in, or it can continue this way. The stress, depending on what's happening with that Pacific plate, pushing on this little plate here and this. So it just appears that way. And, because we don't really know, but we surmising that anyway. Reventador, 14,000 there in Ecuador. I think it's a 12. No, it's 11.6. So it's not much of a pomper. Simiru, or actually Popo, they didn't see it because of weather on Saturday. Now, that was Saturday's report. We'll go into Sunday's report. We just scroll up on here. Sunday, May 14th. Popo, Simiru, Dacono, Saquarema, and Nevado del Ruiz. And you can see in this map alone, if I did that, oh crap, I'll close. Here's the map. You can see all the ones in red are the active erupting volcanoes. The ones in orange are steaming and a little bit erupting. Okay. So you can see. Just to give you a flav, And yeah, we'll see all that stuff. So on Sunday, Mother's Day, Popo, Poppin, Simiru, Dacono, Saquarema, Nevado del Ruiz. Ebico, obviously, put another one in there. Ebico, we got 11,000 feet. Or is it? It's definitely not 100,000. I think that's, well, what the hell? Pashmir Island, man. 11,000 extended reporting. All right. Yeah, Tokyo's calling this one. They said it popped. It's at the top of the Kuril Islands, and it's a 3,700 foot mountain, and it's popping to 11,000 feet. So, again, what we're seeing is off of Japan. It's right up here. Ebico's right there. Right? Here's Japan down here, Hokkaido. Right? So if I went like volcanoes of the world, you'd see just how ridiculous Kamchatka is full of volcanoes. Right? And it's just one of them. Bang, right here, Ebico. Alid is also busy. Chiqui's busy. And then we got a few on up the path up to the top up here, Chevaloosh, right? Which blew its top, and now it has to build its plug again. So there you have it. So Ebico is a little bit busy. Nevado del Ruiz there in Colombia, 19,000 feet. Again, that's a little bit bigger popper in Colombia. I mean, it's a 19,000 already, right? Here we go. Nevada del Ruiz, right there. So we've been seeing some earthquakes up in these mountains, one off in this mountain here. So Bogota had a pretty good earthquake, and Bogota is the highest elevation city in the world with more than 1 million people. I think Bogota has like 2 million people. Yeah. Ain't enough oxygen for all those people, man. I don't know. Whatever. Popo popping at 21 out of a 17 and change. Sabancaya, 22 out of a 19,000. That's not much of a pop. Nevada del Ruiz there in Colombia again, 21 out of 17. And a Popo again, 22 out of 17. Evaco is still reporting 11,000 foot pop. Simiru, 14. Again, it's staying pretty steady at Simiru. Simiru here at the bottom of Bali's right here. This is Java. The first little bay, that's where Simiru is. I can show you that real quick. I'll go down here. See, right here is Bali. See, right here on this first little bend here, the little armpit here. And there's Simiru, right? And Bromo and Simiru were active here earlier this year. So that's Simiru. Sakurajima. Pop into 9,000. That's pretty. Oh, crap. Simiru, Sakurajima, that's pretty strong for Japan's Sakurajima. Meaning it normally goes to 8. And Sakurajima is part of a larger volcano complex. And that's just one of the vents for the big thing here, man. And Kirishima is up in here. That's been busy volcanically smoking. ASO also has been smoking over the last, couple of months. And then up in Japan, the greater Japan, I should say, a couple of these ones out in the back here were smoking as well. So it's interesting. Asama is right here. That one was. But Fuji has not. That's why I put that little thing here to tell you where Fuji is. And all these little volcanoes. I was looking up where the earthquakes were happening is in this region out here. So here's the series of volcanoes, under sea and above sea volcanoes. And you can see the trend, right? This is the peak, that straight line. That's the peak of the uplift. And then it drops down, and then it up, and then it drops way down. 32,000 feet right there off the coast of Japan. That's super friggin' deep. 32,000 feet. That's taller than Mount Everest. Mount Everest can fit in there. 32,000 feet below sea level. Right there off Japan, off Tokyo. That's... Oops, sorry. 175 miles. Right? Crazy, no? But as you can see, the trend where these lines go to of the ridges as this creeps north. As this ridge creeps north, this goes underneath, uplifts this. And I think this is still moving in that direction. We can check it. Just check it, baby. And there we have it. We'll see. So you can see the movement of the Pacific plate moving at 100 millimeters a year out here. And up here in Japan, right in the troubled area, got 54 moving that direction. It's kind of going counterclockwise. Yeah, 48 going right into the Ryukyu Trench, which is not good. But all these earthquakes are happening right up in here, north of the Isuzu Ogasawara Trench or the Mariana Trench. And all that stuff's happening right up in here, where deep earthquakes often happen, because it's a look at 1, 2, 3, 4 plates, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Dakono, 7,000 out of 38, and then 7 Kaya ash emissions. So now we get to today's report, which has just started, right? Or Sundays, right? So today we have in the news from Volcano Discovery, Etna Volcano, Popo, Simiru, Dakono, Reventador, Sakurajima, Luotolo, and 7 Kaya. So Simiru, again, 14 again. That's pretty much its mainstay. Kind of like For Fuego down in Guatemala, 15 is its normal. Simiru's 12. And Simiru is not a very tall mountain. You know, it's a 12,000, or 14, sorry. It's a 12,000 foot mountain. 12,000, just barely 12,000. So that's its normal. 14 is its normal. And it still does spew out pyroclastic flows. We showed that over last week, and we talked a little bit about it. So it's not like 14's nothing. It just, yeah. Popo, dense gray emissions coming out of Popo. That means a lot more ash got down in the belly, and it's shooting up 24,000 feet out of Popo. And they don't have a picture of it, but we've been watching that one too online, just to make sure that we see what's going on. Sakurajima, 7,000 extended explosions this time, and you know, it's like it's not very far off the coast. I mean, if I'll show you, man, it's crazy. Scooby's in the house. Scooby Doo, what's up? Were you? Who are you? Right. Anyway, let's look at volcanoes of the Earth. Scooby Doo, where are you? I was gonna look up what? Oh, Sakurajima, how close it is to shore. Yeah, check this out. It erupted here not long back, and it created this where it joined. The island actually joined to the mainland down here. So now they've made roads go all the way around the darn thing. People still live there, right? Can you imagine sitting in this city in Kagoshima, looking out your breakfast window and watching that thing just go off? Yeah, but how far away from downtown is it to the peak? Oh, 5 miles. Yes, 31,000 feet. So it's like 5 miles, right? Say, geez, that's pretty close. Yes, sir, it is. So every time that thing explodes, an echo goes out. Bam. Bam. And it sure does. It echoes everywhere in the area. And they're all able to hear it. And they all heads turn. And go, whoa. So every time that sucker shoots up, you know, Sakurajima is not a very big mountain. 3,600 foot. But when it blasts to 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, yeah, we see it all the time. Just exploding. But once it does it, it's big deal. You look out. Luotolo, down there just north of Timor Islands, 7,000 feet. And Luotolo's down here. Right out here. Luotolo's right here. Timor's down here. Seen a lot of earthquake activity right out here in Indonesia, all around here from PNG, Western PNG, all the way through Bali, up Java, and into Sumatra. I saw that and I go, wait, yeah, that's right. That was the only 7.1 that happened since 2016. When from 2000 to 2016 there were 27 of them. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it shut off. So that's a significant quake. And down here, Krakatoa, smoking, baby. Yeah. Semenkaya, down in Peru, the bottom of Peru, 21,000 in the armpit of South America. Etna volcano has come alive again. And so many people are crapping their pants. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. Oh, everything's going to be destroyed. Well, there's been a lot of activity. Yeah. A sudden but minor explosion occurred from the southeast crater. Sudden? Yeah, sudden. Meaning they didn't know what was going to happen. 20,000 feet out of Popo, 17.8. Do the math. Simiru, 14 again. Reventador, 13 out of 11,000 change. Dukono, Honamarhara, 7,000 out of 3,800. Luotolo again, 6,000 out of that small little bit. And 22,000 for Semenkaya, again, Peru. And there's not a whole lot from there on. But that's what's happening today. And thus far, you're all caught up on volcanic activity here. And let's check out the earthquakes now. Get this report completed. Let's go back a few pages here. We'll go back to the 13. That would be Saturday. I'm gonna only look for 5s on Saturday, and I know there's a bunch right down here. All right, 5s and deeps. That's what I'll look at. There's a 4.8 Mariana Islands. That happened. California's popping with 4s. The Gulf of California, anyway. Remember, this is on the 13th, so. Philippine Islands region had a 4.9. All right, so, Philippines have been, I wouldn't say they're quiet, but something big hasn't really happened in a minute yet. We know it could and will. They're kind of like in California, though. You know it will, and it could, it just hasn't yet, thank God. Gulf of Cali's another 4. 4-1. Dang, there's 3 of them now. I'll have to check. Yeah, you can see, got 2 swarms happening in the Gulf of Cali. So Texas is bouncing. Up here in the Delta, it's bouncing. Way up north, it's bouncing. Yeah. Right? Chicken legs moving, baby. And it's moving west. Gulf of Cali got a couple more bangers. Fiji had a 4.3 of 568. Sunda Strait 4.6. That's the danger where Krakatoa is. Iran Iraq border 4.5. All right. Pressure moving right up into Turkey area. Eastern Turkey. All right. Potassi, Bolivia, that's common for 200 depth there. Bonnet Islands, Japan, a 4.7. Bonnet Islands, 4.7. Remember, we've got a bunch of fives right up in here. So the Bonnet Islands are pounding. And we just had a Guam couple of quakes too. That's pretty crazy. Near the coast of Ecuador. Mindanao, Philippines had a 4.8. Here's another stronger quake, 4.8 over the weekend. On this side, we had this side. Now we have this side. 5.4, Fox's Aleutian Islands. 5.4, Fox's Aleutian Islands. It's a weak lake. I thought it would be happening a week ago, but it's just now coming in. Yep. Sulawesi had a 4. Sulawesi had another 4.4. So 2 Sulawesis. Sulawesi is here. It's the starfish kind of thing. Moves into the strait where Halmahera is on this end. Yeah, all that pressure moving in. Or it appears that way. It's an appearance. Not that it is. It's an appearance. The way the plate's moving. So 4.4 off the Kamchatka coast. And that ended Saturday's rain. Kansas opens up with a 2.5. Yeah. 8 depth. And Salta, Argentina, that's common for 200 depth. Central Afghanistan, 4.2. Western Sumatra, 4.4. And you can see right up in here, you see the swarm happening, making Krakatoa busy. More stress that's made it through. So something's happening out there, out to sea in the Sumatra subduction zone, Indonesian subduction zone. So southern Sumatra 4.4, and near the coast of Kamchatka 4.7 again. Kamchatka still saying up. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Yep, right up in here. We've been waiting for this area to go off based upon what we were watching last week, a rabbit hole. Yep, if you didn't see the rabbit hole, well, you didn't get to see it. Isuzu Islands, Japan, a 4.8. And this is where I'm saying it's getting busy. It's getting jiggy right here. Right here next to where all these volcanic islands here are on the Tokyo prefecture and all that. I know they don't call it Tokyo. Isuzu Islands, 5.5. Mid-Indian Ridge, 4.9. Hey, that came in a little bit late. And it didn't happen right away, but it did happen. So, got to call that a winner. Yeah. Not a wiener, but a winner. And that's what I was watching for. And I was saying right here by the islands. Yeah. Took a couple of days more than I thought. So, but it hit. Yeah, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Dun, 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 dun. Japan, Isuzu Islands. There's the 5.5. Right in there. This is the section that just like, it's hitting, baby. It's hitting. State of Yap. Micronesia comes in with another 5.1. State of Yap. There's the deep ones I was telling you about. Here's Guam. Right there where Guam is. Pounding. That means to me The Pacific plate is moving right into this region and hitting hard. So if this is going to be hitting hard, let's watch what's happening over here. Huh? Why? It's the same plate. Watch what's going on in Hawaii, which you've seen several high threes now popping in mid to high threes popping in Hawaii. The chicken leg's moving. Why is the chicken leg moving? This is moving north. It moves at a faster clip than this moves over. Faster than, like last week, we're wondering how fast this is spreading. Well, it's spreading at 20 millimeters a year. But this is moving at 60. So what happens is it's pulling away this island here off that coast. It's breaking away. And this has gone over the plate boundary for the Pacific, which is somewhat under here. And this whole island is like Japan, so to speak, now. But there we have it. Just looking up the observation. Isuzu, Japan, again, 4 of 5. And it was a total of like 12 fives. It was 4.7, 4.8, 4.9 was like 3 or 4 of those. And Bonin Islands, Japan region, just here's the 4.2 that I didn't count. All right, 4.9 right below it. A 5 right below that. Isuzu, Bonin Islands are the same. Why they differentiate them? Well, because they're 20 miles apart or maybe 10 miles apart, and to throw you off. Veracruz, Mexico, again, on the eastern side of Mexico, in the junction between the two, between the chicken leg and the knuckles of the fingers here. Yeah, between the two, because this is moving. It's done moving that direction. It's moving this direction. So what that tells me is compression's going to be over here. It's moving this way. Compression's going to be here. It's like how I've always seen it. And this was here. I'll just leave that there for now. How I've always seen it here. You've got a fulcrum, or actually, how would you do that? There's a pole, and then there's a base, and you got the jack stand up here, and then you got the pump. So you pump it up this way, right? And then when you push it down, it lifts the bar up, the jack plate. Here's the plate down here, right? It lifts this jack part here is a little hook, and it moves your car up. So you lift this up, you get more pressure, and then when you crank it down, it clicks up one. Up, down, clicks one. That's how the Baja California is moving. So it's crank as this plate gets pulled this way, it's cranking. Then it slows down because this is coming over. It's kind of like the hitch. And as it clicks back and forth, Mexico, it moves back and forth because it grabs, releases, grabs, releases. We'll start to see a lot more 4s down here, which we have been. It went quiet for some time. It'll pick back up because this is swinging back this way. And yes, part of the subduction zone, but it's also this moving that direction, pushing this north, or it's actually being pulled apart. Like we had a earthquake right up here in Lake Almanor here, right? Everybody's talking, oh my God, there's a big quake up in here. We had a couple of 5s. But what was happening in the 5s? Well, as you can see, the lake was shaped like this, right? What
what the quake was doing was it was spreading it this way. That's where the bouncing ball was showing. So it wasn't compression. This was moving slightly north, and this was moving slightly that way. So it's beware. That's what's going on. So what else we have here? Isuzu Islands again. Rick James Ridge finally came in and said hello. Rick James, look at Rick James. Bam. We've been waiting on Rick James as well. Also, we had one up here by Jan Mayen, right? So they're all hitting about a week late. And every time we get a charge, and I'm going to make this statement here so you're aware of what I think happens. And whether or not you care about what I think or not, whatever, just my observations. Every time we get a bunch of solar activity, you have to go out 14 days. Within that 14 days, you'll see where those charges in our planet are responding. Wait, our planet's responding to the charges. And you'll see where those responses are. And you'll see them following the trend lines. And I know other people are starting to use the trend lines, and that's okay because it's just an observation. Can you forecast earthquakes? Not really, but you can say, like I was just telling you, hey, we've been waiting for these for about a week. We can say that it happened along a trend line, but you can say, I'm going to stay on one trend line. Well, that's not how it works. One trend line can affect another trend line, which can affect the opposite trend line, meaning the polarity could be switched. So positive and negative in the polarity, and where the planet's magnetic field is stronger or weaker, in a given area, then that can be in a play too. So many things, you just can't stay within one box. I believe every earthquake is showing us something about our planet. Not our planet is showing us earthquakes. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, the final destination is not the earthquake. The earthquakes are in response to something going on our planet. And our planet, it's our core and our subduction zone and the like. So I think these guys are lost here. Well, anyway, so we'll see what goes on there. And let's go 5 here. Oh my God, I got the fire departments here. All right. Somebody is going to the paramedics, maybe. Malacca 5.2. Baja California 4.3 again. Offshore Chiapas 4.1. Northern Colombia, here's a 4.7 normal. It's 159 deep. It's pretty damn deep too. 4.7. And look, right there. Here's Bogota, which had an earthquake. Bucaramanga or Bucaramanga. Right up in here. Also over here. Right here is Naval del Ruiz. All right. So there's your triangle. Remember, in any given day you have a triangle. But if you looked at that triangle over time, it spins. Yeah. It's a circle, baby. The earth is not square. It's round, baby. Rounder over time. It's not round in reality for sure. It's not flat. But anyhow, I digress. 4.4 north of Halimarahara came in, ding, 4.4. And yesterday, end is up. That's fine. Now, today, we're about 12 hours out now. Baja California. Look, Baja, and this is only 2 deep. Baja California on this side is still rocking and rolling. Why? It's moving, baby. That's right. It's moving. This, it's not pushing it. This is pulling it down. It's pulling it as the weight of the plate that's here is subducted. It's pulling this off. It's pulling it off the cliff, you know? So there you have it. Pretty interesting there. That's what science people there. Here's Barbados, 4.2. Little banger here, man. Barbados, bam. Yep. St. Vincent the Grenades are down here. St. Lucia, Barbados, right. Grenada, yeah. Martinique, right. Volcano, remember? Yeah. But 4.2, that's pretty strong for that area. Offshore Chiapas, right? 4.3. Veracruz, Mexico, the eastern side of Mexico again. You can see, yeah, evidence of the chicken leg moving. 4.2, that's the Barbados. 4.4, Ryukyu Islands this time, right? 4.4. Bam. Right off where? Naha or Okinawa, right? We have a base there, right? Yeah, Japan or China don't like us having a base there. No, they don't. That's why they've done what they've done on the little islands. They'd be crapping their pants. Offshore Baja, California, 4.1 again. Baja, California. Near the southern Peru, 4.2, 86 in depth. 4.0, Papua. Papua's been quiet down now. Offshore Bio Chile, 4.3. Picking up down in South America. Juji, Argentina, again, 3.6. I wonder. Argentina, again, 5.3, 256. I wonder, does the chicken leg move in this direction? Pull on this? Oh, because we got Peru right here has been picking up. But Peru was pretty busy while this was silent. What can we deduce? I don't know, man. 5.3, 256 deep. That's pretty normal. 5.6 is a little stronger for Juji. And we're about 4 hours out. And Isuzu Islands again, 4.3. Crazy, man. That thing's really bouncing over there. Offshore Baja California, 3.4. Again, look at offshore Baja, man. It's just banging. Why? Yeah. Pushing this way. Yeah, they took somebody away. I don't recognize her. Little old lady. Wow. Pray everybody's okay. Pray she's okay. She makes it through. Oh, Lord help. Southern Peru of 4.0. Greece is still saying hello, too. 2.8 out of Greece. Coquimbo, Chile. Little 2.8. Southern Sumba, Indonesia. I think Sumbawa is the Timor region. And then Guerrero's had a 4. And then that's it. Yeah, Timor region. Normally they say South Bali, but why they said this, I don't know. Whatever. They're whatever. I'm not going to say no more. Yeah. Well, so we're watching Japan today. Why? Because there's a swarm right off Japan, and it's still rocking and rolling, baby. Yeah, 5.2. And a 4 point and 5 points. So yeah, right now this is the live version. We're watching it, and here's Japan here, but dinga binga. And remember, have a plan because shit can hit the fan, and you don't want to get any on you, right? So that's why I say don't get none on you, and have a blessed day. And I'll be here after I solve some leaky sink problems. And unless it's ice cream, you don't want to do it because then you gotta take a shower. Then again, Scooby, you might need to take a shower. You're just a dog with ice cream. Massachusetts just had a small earthquake, you'd think. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad. Anyway. And we didn't recognize her because they just barely moved in. And her mom got to go to the hospital already. God bless her. Man. Well, Turkey's coming in right now with a little 2.9. So don't get none on you, baby. Over here at twitch.tv/Joseph Live. If you for the live show, but this will be on YouTube right now. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave your tootie if you can. Come join us in the live version and have some fun with us. There's a lot of people joking around in here. And they're all great people. I love every one of them. Big hugs, y'all.